Hi, and welcome to True Crime, a channel dedicated to the dark underworld of criminal activity carried out by gangsters, mobsters, cartel leaders, and others. Today we'll be discussing the arrest of the brother of Mexico's most wanted drug lord, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, also known as El Mencho. Let's get started. Number 1. The El Mencho. El Mencho, whose real name is Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, is a notorious drug lord and the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, which is one of Mexico's most powerful and violent criminal organizations. El Mencho was born in the Mexican state of Michoacan in 1966 and began his criminal career as a member of the Mencho cartel, a predecessor to the CJNG. El Mencho has been involved in drug trafficking for over 2 decades, and his organization has grown to become a major player in the drug trade, with operations in several Mexican states and other countries, including the United States. The CJNG is known for its extreme violence and has been responsible for numerous high-profile attacks, including the 2015 ambush of a Mexican military convoy that left 15 soldiers dead. El Mencho is considered one of Mexico's most wanted criminals and has a $10 million bounty on his head from the U.S. government. He has managed to evade capture despite several attempts by law enforcement and is believed to be hiding in the mountains of western Mexico. The CJNG has become one of the most powerful and violent cartels in Mexico and has been responsible for the deaths of thousands of people. The organization is known for its use of extreme violence, including beheadings, dismemberments, and other gruesome tactics to intimidate rivals and authorities. The CJNG is known for its brutal stories and has been responsible for numerous high-profile attacks, including the 2015 ambush of a Mexican military convoy that left 15 soldiers dead. The organization is also involved in drug trafficking, human trafficking, and other criminal activities. It is unclear how many siblings El Mencho has, as information about his personal life is limited. However, it is believed that he has several siblings who are also involved in the CJNG or other criminal organizations. El Mencho's rise to power in the world of drug trafficking is believed to have been influenced by his family's involvement in criminal activities. His brother-in-law, Abigail Gonzalez Valencia, is a former leader of the Mencho cartel, which was a predecessor to the CJNG. Abigail Gonzalez Valencia is currently serving a prison sentence in the United States for drug trafficking. El Mencho's family has also been linked to other criminal activities, including human trafficking and money laundering. However, it is important to note that not all members of El Mencho's family are involved in criminal activities, and many are likely to have no association with their notorious sibling. The arrest of Jose Oseguera Gonzalez is a significant development in the fight against the CJNG and other drug cartels in Mexico. It is a reminder of the complex and interconnected nature of these criminal organizations and the challenges that law enforcement faces in bringing them to justice. Number 2. El Mencho's brother. There is limited information available about the personal life of Jose Oseguera Gonzalez, the recently arrested brother of El Mencho. However, it is known that he was a key member of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, which is one of Mexico's most powerful and violent criminal organizations. Jose Oseguera Gonzalez was the financial operator of the CJNG and was responsible for managing the cartel's finances, money laundering operations, extortion, and kidnapping activities. It is believed that Jose Oseguera Gonzalez was born in the state of Michoacan, Mexico, like his brother El Mencho. He was reportedly a trusted confidant of El Mencho and played a key role in the CJNG's rise to power over the past decade. Jose Oseguera Gonzalez was the financial operator of the CJNG and was in charge of managing the cartel's finances and money laundering operations. He was also responsible for the CJNG's extortion and kidnapping activities, which were a major source of income for the organization. His arrest is a significant blow to the CJNG as it disrupts the group's financial operations and weakens its leadership. The arrest of Jose Oseguera Gonzalez is seen as a major victory for the Mexican government, which has been struggling to contain the violence and influence of the CJNG and other drug cartels in the country. However, it is important to note that the CJNG is a decentralized and resilient organization and is likely to continue its operations despite the loss of a key member. The fight against the CJNG and other cartels in Mexico is an ongoing challenge and requires a sustained and coordinated effort from law enforcement, government, civil society, and the international community. Number 3. The brutal arrest. El Mencho is the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, which is one of Mexico's most powerful and violent criminal organizations. The cartel is involved in drug trafficking, kidnapping, extortion, and other crimes and is known for its brutal tactics. The arrest of El Mencho's brother, Jose Oscar Gonzalez, is a significant blow to the CJNG as he was reportedly a key member of the cartel's leadership. But what does it mean for the drug war in Mexico and the CJNG's operations in particular? To answer these questions, let's first look at the context of the arrest. On February 11, 2023, Mexican authorities announced that Oscar Gonzalez had been captured in the state of Jalisco, which is the CJNG's home base. The arrest was part of a larger operation against the cartel, which has been intensifying in recent years. Mexico's drug war has been raging for decades and has claimed tens of thousands of lives. Despite the government's efforts to combat the cartels, the violence and corruption associated with the drug trade continue to plague the country. In recent years, the capture or killing of several high-profile drug lords, including Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, has led to the fragmentation of the cartels and the rise of new players, such as the CJNG. The cartel has become one of the most powerful and violent in the country and has expanded its operations beyond Mexico to other countries, including the United States. The CJNG's tactics include using extreme violence to intimidate rivals and authorities and recruiting and training young people to join their ranks. The cartel also has a sophisticated network of drug production and distribution and has been involved in trafficking not only drugs, but also weapons and other illegal goods. With the arrest of El Mencho's brother, the CJNG's operations are likely to be disrupted, at least in the short term. Oscar Gonzalez was reportedly responsible for the cartel's finances and logistics, and his capture could lead to a significant loss of resources and capabilities for the organization. However, it's important to note that the CJNG is a decentralized and resilient organization with cells and networks operating in different parts of Mexico and other countries. The cartel has shown its ability to adapt to changes in the drug market and law enforcement tactics and is likely to continue its operations despite the arrest of Oscar Gonzalez. The arrest also highlights the ongoing efforts of Mexican authorities to combat the cartels and bring them to justice. While there have been some successes, including the recent capture of several other high-ranking CJNG members, the drug war in Mexico is far from over, and the violence and corruption associated with it continue to take a heavy toll on the country. The Mexican people have been the most affected by the drug war and have expressed their frustration and anger through protests and other actions. Many have called for a change in the government's strategy and for a focus on addressing the root causes of the drug trade, such as poverty, inequality, and lack of opportunities. Some have also emphasized the need for more resources and support for drug treatment and rehabilitation programs, which can help reduce the demand for drugs and prevent people from falling into addiction and criminal activity. Others have called for a reform of drug policies, including the legalization or decriminalization of some drugs, which they argue could help reduce the power and profits of the cartels and redirect resources toward prevention, treatment, and harm reduction. Regardless of the approach, the arrest of El Mencho's brother is a reminder of the ongoing challenges and complexities of the drug war in Mexico. The CJNG and other cartels are likely to continue their operations, and the fight against them will require a sustained and coordinated effort from law enforcement, government, civil society, and the international community. Thank you for watching another amazing video from our true crime team. Like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned to our next real-life true crime video.